Gonna try something new because we want to. It's college football season. Dion and I love college football. We love betting college football. So we are going to go through every single top 25 game for college football week 4 and give you our prediction who wins by how much and maybe 1 to 2 sentences on why. We'll do every top 25 game, but first there's one Friday night game tonight that I think might be worth at least paying attention to or betting. So I'll give you the game, I'll give you the line, and then you can tell me what you're betting or what you think happens or if it's a stay away. Iowa at Rutgers. Iowa favored by 1.5 on the road. 45.5 is the total.
I'm on the under. I love the under in this game. I don't really think either team moves the ball easily. Um, Rutgers quarterback can pass it a lot more than Iowa's quarterback can, but Iowa's running back runs it a lot better than Rutgers running back runs it. So I think it's a situation where I think you're looking up in the fourth quarter, it's like 17-10. You know what I mean? And, maybe they get a touchdown, go to OT, and we lose the over that way or lose the under that way. But I like my chances with this one not touching in the 50s.
I suspect that both these teams stink, which means if you're giving me a home underdog, I'll just take the home underdog. I love fading the Iowa quarterback this year, Gronowski. I think he's terrible. I don't think Rutgers is any good either. I don't feel super strongly about it, but I will be backing Rutgers to win this game outright at home at plus money. Let's get to the good games. Saturday, working through every single top 25 game on the schedule. Texas Tech at Utah, 17 and 16 in the country here. Utah favored by 3.5 at home. 57.5 is the total.
I like the under in this game too.
Is this going to be a bid? Are you on every under?
I might be on every under. I just love. I don't like the idea of a Utah game being in the 60s. That's all it is. Utah smash mouth football, really good defense. You have to score a lot of points to touch 58. So I like the under on that.
I like Texas Tech's quarterback. If I believed in him just a slightly little tiny little bit more, I think that I would probably be playing Texas Tech here. Did you see he did an interview in full pads?
Did he? I love that.
Like I think it was like Matt Leinart maybe or somebody like CFB on Fox that did an interview this week, and he was just in full uniform and pads. um, I don't know. It's Utah, the program I have too much respect for. I don't like betting against Utah at home ever. They just seem like they no nonsense storm their way to 7 point wins against anybody good. So it's a stay away for me. I think my heart's rooting for Texas Tech because I like their quarterback, but I don't want any part of betting this game. Tennessee at home against UAB is next. Tennessee favored by 38.5 here. What do you like?
I like UAB plus 38.5. If you want to get cute with it, what I really like is UAB first half. I think this is a natural letdown spot for a Tennessee team that probably should have beat Georgia last week. Ended up losing that game. I think they start really slow. Um, kind of love the idea of UAB first half money line, but that's a dangerous one. I think second half is when Tennessee ramps it up. I think they get close to 38.5, but it's so close in the first half that I don't think they'll be able to cover.
I'm gonna take the underdog points too. It's a huge number, 38.5. I don't think UAB is any good, but they're 2-1. They beat Akron. They lost to Navy just by 14. Now Navy's really good. I think Navy's a service academy this year that I believe can win a lot of games. So yeah, I think UAB can score 1 to 2 times, find the end zone. If they do that, they should be able to cover 38.5 here. Oregon State. Whoa, big line, rivalry game, but Oregon State's horrendous. Oregon minus 34.5 here. Totals 56.5.
Oregon. Love this Oregon team. I think they're the best team in the country right now. I think Dante Moore he's in my top three quarterbacks in the country. I hesitate to call him the best because I love the kid at Cal, JKS, at the moment. But Dante Moore from that group of quarterbacks, the Arch Manning, Nico, I'm a leaving, and all them, he is like for as bad as that recruiting class is, I think Dante Moore is shining at the moment. They have a phenomenal run game, incredible defense. Those corners are insane. I literally think they could win this game 35-0 and cover the spread.
Really, really simple one for me. If you get it at 34.5, I'm taking Oregon. If you get it at 35.5, I'm taking Oregon State. It was 35.5 yesterday. And on the Bet Rivers show I did, Doug, my co-host, was all over Oregon early in the week. And then he brought his best bet of the week to the show, and it was Oregon State plus 35.5. Now, he made this point. Oregon goes to Penn State next week. How bad do they really want to beat anybody knowing they have to go to Happy Valley next week? Like if they're up 30 in the fourth quarter, is the first string still in? Is the second string even still in?
That's why I'm still on Oregon. I don't think Oregon State scores, and I think the backup quarterback is so good. Like they're going to do a play action bomb, and he drops an absolute dime.
Probably fair. Oregon State's quarterback is the former Duke quarterback, though, Malik Murphy, who can be like a backdoor cover kind of scramble dual threat guy. So I don't, like I said, it's the number for me. 34 and a half, give me Oregon. 35 and a half, Oregon State. Let's middle and hit both. Oregon wins by exactly 35. To Florida State, who had a week off. Now they're back involved here. 2-0, great start for them. They're favored by 42 and a half. Oh, wow, it's all the way up to 44 and a half at home against Kent State. Don't we got to lay the number with the Seminoles and just keep riding the train here?
I think it's if I were to bet it, I'm on Florida State. I think this is a wake up call for me at the moment. I think I'm on a stay away. I don't fully buy into this Florida State team. I'm more so on the side of I think Alabama's bad.
Yeah, maybe. I like the way Alabama's bounced back a little bit though, but yeah, I don't know. I think Florida State might just keep beating teams by 60, honestly. I'm going to quietly add this to my card and hope nobody notices. To a fun game, good game. Two teams that matter. At Auburn and Oklahoma, both 3-0. Mateer and the boys at home, favored by 7.5 against Jackson Arnold. These quarterbacks have a history, by the way. Believe these two played each other in high school and have this whole kind of storyline of knowing each other personally. The fact that that exists makes me think this is going to be a classic that comes down to the wire.
They were they were not teammates at Oklahoma because Mateer's a transfer, right?
Mateer was from Washington State. Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, you have the revenge game narrative for Jackson Arnold. You have these two know each other angle from high school. Yeah, without further ado, I think Oklahoma might win, but give me Auburn plus 7.5 here just for narrative purposes. This feels like it comes down to the final drive.
Hey, I was gonna say, I'm. It's simple for me. I'm a revenge game guy. I believe in revenge. Jackson Arnold plus 7.5 and money line.
Yeah, it might be time to take Auburn money line, honestly. And Auburn's looks really good this year, too.
Yeah.
Like that's part of this. Tulane at Lane Kiffin and the boys Ole Miss. Tulane versus Lane. I like this. I have this on my card as one of my favorite plays of the week. What do you have?
Um, I like Tulane plus 12.5. I hate how much I like it though. This feels like a spot. Like Ole Miss loves beating up on teams like Tulane and then going into SEC play and absolutely dropping duds. So I hate how much I like it. But Retzlaff is balling right now.
Retzlaff's a dude. He's the best quarterback in this game. I can't imagine that Retzlaff doesn't make his presence felt, honestly. And look, I would agree with you on the spot if Ole Miss, I think, liked their quarterback situation. They don't. Like their QB1 got hurt. Their QB2 came in and looks pretty good. They have no idea who they should play right now. I don't like those vibes at all. And reminder, even when they had their QB1, they let Kentucky hang around for 4 quarters. I don't think this Ole Miss team is any good. I think Lane Kiffin's like breathing a sigh of relief every time this team is up 7 in the fourth. Too many points. I'm taking Tulane to cover 12.5. I'm also taking Tulane money line. Jake Retzlaff legacy game, baby. Let's rock. Michigan on the road at Nebraska. Huge primetime game here. Michigan's favored by 1.5. I keep going back and forth here. Total at 47.5.
I hate this game.
But we have to bet it, don't we?
We have
Responsibly. But like I feel exactly the same.
I hate this game. I hate that it's on CBS, by the way. Hate that. This feels like it should be on Fox.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I think for all those reasons, I'm on Nebraska. I don't love Bryce Underwood. I don't know where I'm at with Rayola at the moment either, for what it's worth. But I I just trust Rayola in Nebraska a little bit more. I don't love where Bryce Underwood's at.
I think I might take the under, and I don't like betting unders, but I got to get some action on this game. I'm scared because Nebraska's run defense stinks, and Desmond Ritter, the Cincy quarterback, tore them apart in week one. Bryce Underwood looked awesome on the ground last week. They don't want to run him with Sharon, but Sharon's not coaching. So he might just pop off and extend drives and be great. On the flip side, Mateer killed Michigan from freelancing and from getting out and using his legs, right? He kept breaking containment. Michigan's secondary, I thought, held up well against Mateer. Forced a couple big plays, forced an interception, but they just couldn't contain him. Raiola, you don't have to contain, Raiola has 19 rushing yards on the year and isn't going to scramble even if he should. So to me, that feels advantage Michigan schematically. Like if Underwood's on the ground against a Nebraska defense that struggles with that, and Raiola won't do the thing Mateer did, I think doors open for Michigan. What keeps me off of that is Nebraska at home in a big game. They've only had one of these in the last year. All their big games last season were on the road. And at home, remember that Colorado game last year?
Yeah.
That was like a big moment environment, and they just stomped Colorado. So I worry that this is like the first big moment crowd gets involved. And I didn't like the way Bryce handled the crowd at Oklahoma either. So I don't know. Stay away from both sides. Michigan should win. Don't know if they will, but give me the under.
I'm glad you brought up the Colorado game because that's why I'm on Nebraska. It feels like the same exact spot.
Yeah. Okay. Purdue, the team that never quits, the team that just plays 60 minutes, all four quarters. You'll never see a team try harder down the stretch of a football game than a Barry Odom football team, except for when they're punting down 2 scores with a minute and a half left. Purdue on the road at Notre Dame they are 25 and a half point underdogs. Notre Dame's 0-2, two losses to top 10 teams by 4 combined points. Back against the wall spot here. Should be a beatdown unless you believe that this Purdue team has really turned the corner.
Notre Dame by a million. I think Notre Dame's going to win out. I think they're going to be in the playoff conversations. We're going to do the Notre Dame is 10-2. They haven't lost since week 3 thing. I think this is an absolute beatdown. I think Notre Dame might win this game by 40 or 50.
Yeah, I like Notre Dame like 52-7 in this
Yeah.
game. And I think it's not an indictment on Barry Odom. Notre Dame's just really good. I think Notre Dame's like the 6th best team in the country and had some late game bad luck twice, so they're 0-2. I believe if they go 10-0, they make the college football playoff. It's a favorable schedule to go 10-0. It's got to start with a statement performance here against a Purdue team that, quite frankly, I think culturally is patting themselves on the back for losing by 16 at home to USC. I hate that. That was a winnable game. I think this is going to be a wake-up call. Florida at Miami. DJ Lagway threw 5 interceptions last week. This is college game day. Miami's favored by 8.5. 51.5 is our total. Florida's almost 3-1 if you want to bet them to upset outright. I don't know what to do here. I think Miami's legitimately good, and I think Florida's bad. And yet somehow my gut tells me Florida wins this game.
I'm on Florida. This is I said it earlier. This is a rat line. He threw 5 picks, Lagway did, and it was like a 1-score game or a 2-score game, excuse me.
They
I
almost
think Florida,
they almost beat LSU with Lagway throwing 5 picks.
this is one of the best defenses in the country. I'm not even like saying like I think Lagway does anything. I just think the defense keeps them in it. I don't love Lagway enough to bet Florida money line, but I think he does enough to cover 8.5.
The flip side is Florida lost to South Florida. Miami beat them by 50. So, like, Miami might just be way better than this team. Again, I want to talk myself into betting Miami. I think that's the right side here. But I just have this taste in my mouth that says college football makes no sense. And this is the game Florida wins. And we're all looking at this like, what happened? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably going to sprinkle Florida money line, maybe put them in my round robin for the week. Don't feel good about it at all, but I think I'm just going to do it anyway. Illinois at Indiana. We've covered this one extensively. We're both on Illinois plus 6.5 and Illinois money line, correct?
Heavily. I think I'm going to, by the way, parlay Illinois money line with Florida money line
Yeah.
and sprinkle it because I think Illinois could win this game. Going back to the Florida game, I do think Lagway's talented. If he does anything, I think they could win this game. I think combining those two while betting the spread separately, if you like it, I think that's a good way to make a little money.
I'm gonna put them in my round robin for sure. I take 5 underdogs every week to win outright and round robin them together. More on that in the Discord if you want. But yeah, Illinois we've covered extensively. Scott out scares me, but 7 is too many points. Bet it up to 7 if you want. 6.5 is fine. Lastly, Michigan State out west against USC, an 11 p.m. kickoff here. Carter Elliott will be in the building for this one. He is in Los Angeles as we speak right now. He wanted me to make sure that people know he's there without his son. So do with that what you will. His son will be in bed by the time Carter is watching Michigan State play USC at 11 p.m. Eastern. USC minus 18.5. It's a big number, Dion.
Yeah, USC minus 18.5. Has Card ever been to a Michigan State game? Isn't that like something that you mentioned he's never been to before?
No, he's been. Oh, he he never went to the Michigan State basketball facility until I took him there, but he's gone to
Gotcha.
Michigan State football games. Yes.
Got you. I'm still on USC though. I'm still on USC. Cart traveled across the country. I love the big fella. The big fella gets what the big fella wants typically. He doesn't get it when it comes to the sports teams though.
This just reeks of like Carter sending really sad drunk beer pictures at halftime down 27-3, like questioning his life and getting real depressed on the timeline. I think that's where this is headed. I think USC is really good. If you want actual schematic analysis, Michigan State went 6 consecutive games without a sack last year. And smart people think that Michigan State's defense is worse this year than last year. Maeva is incredible if you don't get him under pressure. Like you've got to get to him to have any chance. I think he's going to sit in the pocket, pick this defense apart. 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. I'm on every Maeva over this week. I have USC first half -9.5. I also have them to cover the spread at 18.5. I got USC honestly at half. I think they should be up roughly 20-25. Might take the foot off the gas late. I don't hate the over either because I think Aiden Childs can make some plays to bring him in it. But I like USC to roll big.
This reeks of like exactly what you said about Cart, followed up with like I got the middle seat on my flight home type of thing, or I
Yeah.
didn't get enough leg room, and then he gets home by the way, and the Lions get Lamar Jackson immediately when he gets
Yeah,
home.
every single thing goes wrong for Carter on this trip. By the way, he started by he was sending us text from the airport last night, and the only thing I got was this is my least favorite version of my family. Is my travel family. So I don't know what we do with that, but not off to a good start for the big fella. There's your college football week 4 preview. If you want more, we've got our betting newsletter that we put out every single week. I'm off to a really hot start, hitting 72% of our bets this year. And check back in. We got football coverage for you all year round.